And she's gonna do their. I mean, it's not off, but. Twinsies.
Ah! Look at that.
I feel left out.
Oh, you got my message. It's adorable. Hello, Margaret.
My twinsies with Steve. I'm twinsies with Steve.
Good job. Good job, Al. No, you don't. Great. Fix. No. Look a lot like Jamie. We get that a lot. Aaron, you're protecting my back too. What? So you're protecting my back. In the corner. Yeah. Actually, that reminds me. Actually, I think I have a call with her tomorrow. All right, gang, let's do it. Let's do it. Day 1, week 1, Tuesday, not Thursday. You guys will see Jamie on Thursday. I know nobody likes it when I coach. Okay. We can hip ups. So
I'm not saying that.
we're gonna go toe up, hip ups. Okay, so regular hip up position, but I want you guys to emphasize the toe up. We're driving the heels into the floor. We're gonna go 30 seconds. Just driving up and down, squeezing your butt at the top of the movement. Bonus if you can think about squeezing the glute the entire round. 10 more seconds. Keeping the toes up off the floor. All right, guys, we're gonna stay on our back. We're gonna roll over onto our left side. We're gonna bend our knees a little bit higher than the line of the hips. Knees together, hands together. I'm gonna reach my right hand forward, and then I'm gonna drag my right hand across my body. Exhale. Look at the fingertips. Let the hand come to the floor. Bring the knees all the way over. Bring the hand over. Reach the top hand away. And then pull across the body. Please get the exhale with the fingertips. And then let that hand come down. Let the knees come over. And then bring that hand back over. Oh, give me 5 more each side. Big thing I want you guys focusing on is exhaling, looking at the fingertips. Oh. And do that again, focus. Stay right there. Don't hold your breath. Exhale as you open. Once you guys get those done, we're going to stay. Actually, we're going to go belly down. So we're going to do an alternating Y to W. Keeping arms up off the floor. I like to do this with my chin tucked, kind of forehead on the floor. If you want to do this looking up, that's fine. We're going to start in a wide position. I'm focusing on trying to squeeze my shoulder blades back there, thumbs are up. I'm going to go from a Y. I bring my left arm down into a W. Thumb pointing towards my shoulder. Palm facing the floor. Then I go back into a Y. Then I bring it back down into a W. Back up into a Y. Be 10 each side. So when you're in the Y position, your thumbs are pointing to the ceiling. When you're in the W position, your palm is pointing towards the floor. We're holding one arm in a Y. We take the other one into a W, and we basically switch sides. And each side. Once you guys get 10 each side, we're going to come up, we're going to take a knee. And we're going to do our two position hip flexor model. So my left knee is down, right leg's in front. I want you to think chest down, okay? Don't be chesty McGee. Don't stick your chest up. That means you're going to arch through your lower back, and we're going to take away a lot of the stretch in this movement. So chest down, belly button in, and I'm just rocking forward and backward 5 times. Okay? Again, you should be in this posture. So we're going to rock forward and backward 5 times. And then we're going to take the leg, we're going to open it up as wide as you feel comfortable. Maybe some of you can open to here. Maybe some of you feel a good stretch opening to here. But basically open up as much as you can. And then I want you to think knee over top of foot. So wherever the foot's pointing, the knee goes in that same direction. So 5 forward, chest down. And then 5 where you open up to your comfort level, driving the knee over top of the toe. Still keeping chest the down position. Once you get 5 down each side, we get you guys to stand up, please. So 10 total. You guys get those 10 total, let me get you to stand up. All right, guys, we're gonna hit a couple limbo lateral squats. So legs are wide, toes are pointing out slightly. For the limbo, I want you guys to rock side to side, but each time you come over to the leg you started on, so I started on my right, each time I come over to the right, I'm trying to get my hips a little bit lower. So we start high, so I go left, right, and then I go left, right, a little bit lower, left, right, a little bit lower. I'm looking for my lateral lunge or lateral squat. Vertical shin on the bent knee, straight leg, weight forward so I can sit my butt back. 6 each side, please. Good. I like to point toes a little bit kind of angled out, just feels better on my pelvis. Okay, after you get 6 each side, let's get some self-love. Let's get some self-love. So we're gonna go feet together. We're gonna take about 3.5 minutes for this. Feet together, toe touch. Remember, I want a hip hinge first. I want you to push your hips back first before you take your head and your chest down. Once you stick your butt back, you stick your hips back, then you let your chest and your spine drop. When you go to stand back up, I want you to push hips forward to stand up, not lift head up. 3, 2, 1, go. Give me 4 to 6 of those, or about 30 seconds. Remember, when you go down, hips go back. Then head and spine rounds. Then when I come up, hips come forward. Your head's about 20 pounds. I want you to lift your head up using your hips, not your spine. After you get about 3 to 6, 30 seconds, we're gonna do our deep squats. Again, most important thing for the deep squats, head and chest are up. If heels come off the floor, that's totally fine as long as you don't have any knee pain. If you want to hold on to something to give you a little stability, that's great too. But head and chest are up. I want you to be able to look around. You should be able to see what's coming at you. If you do have knee pain, keep your heels on the floor. Just go down as low as you feel comfortable going down. Same thing, 4 to 6 of those. 4 to 6 toe touches. Basically, just all I'm looking for is head check. Most of them on the floor, mostly covered. Feels fine, you keep the heels off the floor. This is kind of like a freestyle part of the workout. We're going to do these 4 motions, but you can do these motions. Well, all right, gang, to the squats. We're going to do our arms overhead. Remember, gang, for the arms overhead, just want your arms over your head. Okay. So you could have your knees on the floor and take your head down, hands on the hurdle. We could listen, that stuff is the easiest stuff. We could lay on the back with our elbows locked and bring our arms to our top of our head. 4 to 6, just looking to get the arms, you can hang them a pull-up bar. Hands against the wall. You get 4 to 6 of those arms overhead. We're going to do our quadruped spinal legs. So hands are in contact with the floor, fingers are spread. I'm going to push my hands into the ground. I'm going to round through my upper back. That's where I want you guys focusing, upper back, grasp. And I arch. You're going to move through your lumbar spine anyway. I want you to focus on trying to move through your upper back, T-spine, your shoulder blades, about 4 of these. Push into the floor, and then arch. You could certainly throw in the pelvis and the head, but I really want you to focus on pushing into the floor and then arching. Last 3 are wrist love. So palms down, fingertips away. For this one, hands further from you, knees here. I want elbows locked, and then we're just rocking forward and back. You want to make it a little bit harder, hands come towards you, elbows locked. About 6. Okay, after that one, we're going to go palms up, fingertips towards us. For this one, closer is easier. So closer fingertips are to your knees, easier. Looking for elbows locked. 6. Then last one, palms down, fingertips towards us. Same idea, this one, fingertips closer to knees, easier. All right, guys. Day one. What we got for day one? So we're going to do good mornings and banded side steps. Now, for you guys, for day one in-house, we're essentially going to repeat the same thing that we did last phase. So we're going to do our X-band walkouts with our good mornings. I'll show you 2 different ways to do good morning. You can do it with the band. Band goes around the upper back, off the neck. I push the band down. Now, I like to do these with locked knees. Feels much better in my lower back when I do these with locked knees versus doing them with bent knees. This is up to you. Okay, whatever feels better. Me personally, I feel better with locked knees. So we can do this with a band, and I'm really thinking about sticking my butt up. Okay, you can also do this with the dumbbell. I like to do it more with the dumbbell. Just feels a little smoother. Grab a dumbbell. Dumbbell goes on top of your shoulders and back of your head. Same idea. Push the butt back. Drop back up. Should feel stretched in the hamstrings. We're going to superset that with X-band walkouts. Grab a band, make an X, step. So we're going to go 2 minutes. We're going to do those 2 exercises. 25 reps for your good mornings, up to 25 reps. Which one go? Up to 25 reps for your good mornings. And I want you to really think about sticking your butt back and up. Should feel this stretch in the back of your legs, should not feel this in your lower back. If you feel it in your lower back, please let me know so I can give you some coaching cues. Did you do? So bring it back up. Here's what I want you to think about. Instead of thinking full forward, I want you to think put your butt back. Right up there, right here. Right there. Okay. Sometimes when you start to feel it back here, get to your back. So I would say try this one. X-band walkout. You guys get 25 good mornings or up to 25. We're going to do our X-band walkout. So we're just here. Exact same thing we did last phase. We're just taking those short, feet pointing straight ahead, short fast steps. 25 in each direction. Come on, band. And the biggest thing for this one is feet straight ahead, short, fast steps, and you're kind of like an athletic stance. So soft knees, butt back. Just looking for about 1 round for this. You get 1 round, and you get 2, that's great too. You got 10 seconds. I love that you guys can also, instead of holding the weight at in back of your head, you can hold the weight front. Call that a Zercher good morning. Good job, Davios. All right, gang, rest. Resty rest. All right, next up, we're going to do a rest pause set for curls. Curls. In-house crew, 10-pound dumbbells, 15s, 20s, 80s. 10-pound dumbbells tend to work pretty well for this, fellas. 15 or 20 pounds for you guys. Biggest thing I want you focusing on for the curls. 2 big things. No, it's pretty hard to do. First big thing is elbows are slightly in front of your torso, not in line with your shoulders, slightly in front of your torso. Bonus if you can flex your tricep at the bottom. When you bring the dumbbells up, you're going to squeeze your forearm to your bicep. I want you to imagine like there's two fingers in your elbow and somebody's trying to pull those fingers out and you're trying to squeeze those fingers as hard as you can. So the hammer curls, we're here, palms are facing each other. We're going to bring it up, squeeze all the way down. Bonus points if you can flex the tricep again. 8 to 12. 8 to 12 reps. 3, 2, 1, go. You're going to rest 15 seconds. You're going to rest 15 seconds. You're going to do 4 sets. So we're going to do 8 to 12. We're going to rest 15 seconds. We're going to do another set of 8 to 12. Rest 15 seconds. A third set, and then a fourth set. If you selected the appropriate weight, your third and your fourth set should be really hard. And you probably are not going to be able to get 8 to 12 reps. So 15-second rest in between each set. I'm going to give you guys about 2.5 minutes. 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes getting this done. Squeeze at the top. Then as we come down, elbows are a little bit in front of the torso. I'm trying to flex my tricep. That's going to give me a little more stretch to the bicep. We talk about getting muscles bigger, or we talk about preserving muscles. Muscles like to be stretched under load. Under load. So 8 to 12, rest 15 seconds. If you guys don't have a timer, your rest is going to be approximately 3 to 4 reps. Like I said, third set and fourth set should be pretty hard if you have picked a good weight for this. 5. That's good. They feel pretty weak. I feel with 20. So if you're doing with 25, I gotta bump the game. It's gonna be slow on the way down. Slow, 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 slow. Yes. Gang, once you get those curls done, we're doing full range of motion side delt raises. You're going to go with about half of what you did your bicep curls with. Don't do it. For some of you, like, so if you're doing 15-pound curls, I'd go 8-pound side delt raises. I do the side delt raises with 10 pounds. Nobody in here should be lifting more than 10 pounds in the side delt raises. 5 pounds are great. 8 pounds are great. Totally fine. Oh, I got some 8 too. Anybody need 8? Some need 8. Do. All right, gang. Side delt raise, full range of motion. So we're gonna have a little bit of a lean forward. This is to allow the dumbbells to come together, bigger range of motion, slightly lean forward. I'm gonna bring them up as high as I feel comfortable. For some of you, that's like this. For some of you, that's like this. For some of you, that's like this. Whatever. Doesn't matter. However, how you feel comfortable. I don't care what your hands do at the top, but as soon as you start to go down, I want palms facing the floor. And it's slow on the down. The down is the work. Slow. Okay? If you're getting a little bit of shoulder pain, You can bring the dumbbells into this position versus this position. Just let the dumbbells come a little bit in front of you. You do the exact same motion all the way up until you feel comfortable, nice and slow on the down. Same format as we just did. So instead of 8 to 12, it's going to be 8 to 10. Rest 15 seconds, 4 sets. The idea is really slow on the down. Please let me know if you're feeling this in the joint. You should not feel this in the shoulder joint. You should not feel this in the elbow joint. You should feel this in the delts. So if you do feel this in your joint, please let me know. Or that's in the curls. You can bend the elbows a little tiny bit, and you can also take your thumb instead of holding it like this on the basically like that. Yeah, and that's in curls. You should feel it. So you guys might feel this in your upper traps. Totally okay. Those upper trap muscles help to elevate the shoulders, especially when we're getting hands up this high. If anything, if you're really feeling in your upper traps, really what that means is that those upper traps relative to your delts are weak. So it's probably good that you're feeling in your upper traps. Soften the elbow a little bit and take your thumb out of the equation. The knees. Cut it off. And let me know how that. It has to do with something that I don't want to explain. Basically, you're taking a large foreign muscle out of the thing. Bobby, you gonna try it? You gonna try it? You gonna do it? You gonna start? Yes, start.
Try what? I wasn't listening.
What's
He doesn't admit that usually.
Yeah, start now. Give me 3 sets.
Of what?
This next round.
Thank you, Val.
Oh, that, yes.
Get it. We'll get it. Keep in mind, Val.
I was trying to figure out if I wanted a larger weight or not.
Say that again.
I was trying to determine if I wanted a lighter or heavier weight.
Oh, your fault. Yeah. You said go. A great question. You know, I want you guys to be in this position, but oftentimes as you come up into that full range of motion, you're going to drive the chest up a little bit. That's totally fine. And then you're going to kind of hit that little bit of an angle, like 15 degrees, not a lot. Once you guys get those done, we're going to our first strength series. Looks like for the most part, all of you are about done. I'm going to demo some of these exercises. All right, gang, so first exercise, sumo deadlift. For the sumo deadlift, feet are going to be slightly outside the line of the shoulders. In the grand scheme of things, that really just depends on your comfort level and your hip mobility. The most important thing is regardless of where your feet are, do you want them slightly pointing out? As you go down, knees in line with feet. This would be too wide. This would be too narrow. Knees in line with feet. This is from there it's done. Okay, that's the first exercise. So I'm going to go through all these real quick. Second exercise is our single arm rolling floor press to floor press. So this is a pre-exhaust set. So that means I'm going to go in a floor press position. Knee is bent. Dumbbell in. I'm going to drive the dumbbell up to the ceiling. I'm going to roll all the way over and look at the dumbbell. I'm going to come back down. And I repeat that. Look at the dumbbell. That's the most important thing. Is I want you guys looking at the dumbbell. You're going to do about 8 to 10, and then you're going to do up to 20 regular floor presses. Okay, and you switch sides. Look at the dumbbell. 8 to 10. up to 20 regular floor presses. Third exercise, goblet split squat for the pulse. You guys can do this in a goblet style if you want to. For me personally, I would just do these body weights, especially given the fact that it's day one, week one today. So all that means with the pulse is I'm going to go down. I'm going to pulse about 2 to 3 times, and then up, and then right back down, pulse 2 to 3 times, and back up. Pulse at the bottom part and the pulse at the top. Doing it a little easier, pulse at the top, about 2 to 3 times, then down, up, pulse, down, up. Last one, banded low row. I really like a row in this position because it's pretty easy to get those lats working. So around the feet, pointing the toes away, take an X, and I can do rows or face pulls, your choice. For most of you, I'd say start with the rows for week one. Unless you know that face pulls feel pretty good for you. Gang, we are going to go 12 minutes. Actually, we're going to do 11 minutes. Actually, we're going to do 10 minutes. 10 minutes. 3, 2, 1, go. For the deadlifts, 8 to 15 deadlifts. So again, other than making sure your angles are correct, meaning knees are over top of feet, the other thing that I want you focusing on is driving the hips back. You should not feel a big stretch in your groin. If you feel a big stretch in your groin, bring your feet a little bit closer, because I do not want you to wake up tomorrow and be really sore in your adductors. That sucks. All right, so the next one, if you done it, so put that away. Then have you go to 15. So it's gonna look like this. So you go, yes, so good. So you hold the weight. You're gonna be in this position. All I want you doing for today is switch your left. Yep. All I want you doing for today is you're gonna press and you're gonna kind of like reach to the ceiling and then back down. That's it. You're gonna do 10 of those. And then once you get 10, instead of the reach, all you're gonna do is just lay down and then just press the weight up to 25. Okay. So once you get 10, you do exactly keep doing, you're just pressing it away from you up to 25 times. Gang, today, week one, day one, nice and easy today. Although for some of you, you can probably go a little bit harder today. But for most of you, this is the first time that you've done a lot of these exercises. I want you to take it easy. Just want you to feel it out. And then time to the side. So you 10 on the other side and up to 25. Good. I'm taking the big press. And that's a little light, but that's okay. Everyone will be nice. So with that dumbbell, then having to press it. And then roll. If the dumbbell is too light, you see how you want to take the dumbbell this way? Yeah. I want you to right over the top of the shoulder. Like that. If the dumbbell is too light, then what you can do is you end up pressing it outside the line of your support. So it needs to be heavy enough that you feel like you need to support it with the shoulder. Okay. All right, so watch me. You're gonna start like this, go all the way down. Now I want you to start in this position. So knee right over top of the ankle. Yeah, good. You could probably scoot, yeah, good. A little bit forward. I want you to have a little bit of a chest down. Having a little chest down and giving up the front movement. Okay. I want you to use this for balance and stability because I want every single repetition to be the same. So from here, you're going to drive up. You're going to go down. You're going to hover, and you're going to give me 2 pulses, and then back up, and then back down, 2 pulses, and then back up, back down, up to 15. So do a split slide at the bottom, pulse like 2 or 3 times. Yeah. Yeah, and then back up. You'll do up to 15. Okay. Gang, in the split squat, I'm looking for in that front leg, if that left leg's in front, I'm looking for butt and I'm looking for quads. Those are the muscles I want to feel working. Up to 15 on each side. And then we're going to do our banded low row. You could do this seated. You could do this seated on the ground. You could do this seated on the bench. All you're doing is you're just having a seat, putting the band, toes, pointing the toes away, and then do it a row. If it's, yeah, only for you, you should cross. And then you're going to straighten your legs. Keep those legs straight, yeah. And then point the toes away. Yes. Just like that. We're going to use the yellow one. These things are how to see over here. You're going to straighten the legs. Just make it a little harder. Okay. This. And then obviously you come down the band, that makes it harder. You want to make it even harder, then you double move it. So it ends up looking like that. Okay. So basically, 2 in a row. Up to 25. I want you focusing on shoulder blades back together, chest up, and the shoulder blades come back together. And back out. For the rows up to 25. And then we're going back to our sumo deadlifts. We are going 10 minutes, getting as many rounds we get done. We are 7.5 minutes down. Remember, getting to the deadlifts, I want butt back. Once you think about pushing those knees out, you should feel this a lot in your glutes. Some of you might also be feeling it in the quads. That's the idea. Try not to rest so much. Because then you're going to be doing these split squats for like 4 minutes. Like, I think you're doing that. Your back to your floor press. Did that was so okay? No, we'll go back in. Got 90 seconds. We got another strength round. We got a finisher today. And the way that you think about that, look, pushing the ground, helping and rotating. Yeah. Great job, gang. We got 30 seconds. Finish whatever it is you're doing. Make sure you're equal on both sides. Good, Margaret. I love it. Good reach. Good reach. Yes, yes. 5 seconds, gang. Just make sure you're equal on both sides. That's time. You guys can finish whatever you're doing. I'm gonna give you about 90 seconds rest. While you're getting that rest, I'm gonna go over the next strength series. So we're gonna put in a mechanical drop set. So in this particular phase, we have a bunch of intensification techniques. An intensification technique is a way for us to be able to essentially have you guys do an exercise without using a lot of load. Remember, high amounts of load ultimately do cause a lot more strain through the joints. So we get the same thing done with a low amount of load. That's the ideal situation. So for this mechanical drop set, it's going to be a lateral squat. Legs are wide, feet are pointing straight ahead. For the most part, same position as the deadlift. I'm going to hold the Jesus. Thanks, gang. I'm going to hold the dumbbell here. I'm going to do 8 to 10 lateral squats. Then I'm going to drop the dumbbell down. I'm going to do 8 to 10 lateral deadlifts. Then I drop the dumbbell again, and I do up to 10 regular squats. Okay, so 8 to 10 this way, 8 to 10 this way, 8 to 10 regular. That's your mechanical drop set for your lateral squats. A good weight for a lot of you guys would be somewhere between 10 and 15 pounds. 20 pounds certainly make likely 2 or 3. Second exercise, knee push-ups. And if those are easy, 1.5 reps, either off the floor or on the floor. So knee push-ups, knees, hands close to the body, knee push-ups. Okay? If those are easy, it's 1.5 reps, which is basically what we did last phase. So a half rep at the top and then all the way down, back up. That's the easier version. Or all the way down, half rep, down, up the harder. Then obviously feet up off, should be knees up off the floor. Even harder. And if you want to, you could do push-ups with your feet off the floor. So the third exercise, I can do a no-leg burpee. So the third exercise, dumbbell pull-ups. If you have a foam roller, great. You can lay down the length of the foam roller. If not, you can also just do this on the floor. So all you're doing is you're opening those up nice and slow. I'm looking for a big stretch in the pecs. As soon as I feel like I'm starting to lose that stretch, which for me is right about here, I come back up. I'm looking for that contraction in the pecs. As soon as I feel like I lose the contraction, for me it's right about here, I go right back down. So I want you to stay inside the range of motion that allows you to be able to keep the most amount of tension on the pecs. If you don't full roller, great. We are going to go 7 minutes. First exercise going to be our mechanical drop step or our ladders. 8 to 10. Each one of those positions. 3, 2, 1, go. So we're holding the dumbbell. If we hold the dumbbell on our left hand, we squat to the right. I'm looking for chest up. I want you to think hips slide. I don't want you to rotate. Don't rotate. Hips slide. 8 to 10. Then we're going to bring the dumbbell down. 8 to 10. And then we drop the dumbbell. 8 to 10. And then we switch sides. Squats done. Each side 8 to 10. Remember, we want to slide. So I always want my logo to be facing straight out. I don't want to hide my logo. I don't want to rotate. Logo straight out. So I slide my hip over. Once you guys get those 8 to 10 done in those 3 different ways, we're down on the floor for our push-up. For the push-ups, we're doing up to 25 or until you get bored. Until I, well, you know, never get bored of push-ups. I still can't do push-ups. So, all right, now remember the push-up. Push-ups are with hands and elbows close to torso. The further our elbows get away from our torso, the greater the instability on our shoulder. So we want those shoulders to stay nice and healthy. I want to do those push-ups with hands close to torso, nothing wrong with doing them on your knees. I would first say, you need 25 on your knees, which sounds a hell of a lot harder than, which is a lot harder than what it sounds like. I would say you need 25 push-ups on your knees, then start to work into the other different complex positions. But 25 push-ups on your knees, do 25 on anything. Sucks. You're going to think about basically, you're going to get in this position, you can see it pop out. You're going to take this, and you're going to think, hold it. You're going to hold about 5 seconds, and you relax. And basically, what we need to do is we need to work on the transverse bodies. Because anytime that you going to look like this, so we have to train you to do that. So when you're in your push-ups, when you're doing push-ups in this position, I don't actually want you to do push-ups. We're gonna work on this. This is called wrong. Go ahead and do that. Basically, you're gonna then kind of lift the legs up, engage the abs. You could even do that just by doing that. And then what you're trying to do is you're trying to pull this in really hard. You gotta practice this. And so do this first, bend the knees. So just the thing, just lay down, just relax. Think about pulling this into your spine. And you want to exhale. So you exhale. And then inhale to let it go up. And then you exhale, you think that's exactly just like that. And then for the exhale, you want to really exhale, force the air out, try to get that as close to your spine as possible. You do it right, there's a lot of kind of weird things happening. And it's lots of practice. This would also be called a vacuum. So basically, the idea is that you're creating this back where you pull everything. And once you get that feeling down, I want you to try and do that position right. Okay. And we got about 1 minute. For the flies, please let me know if you're having any bicep mark. You tell me your knee hurts a little bit. Okay. So for the flies, if you're feeling the flies in the biceps, Margaret, watch me. So you're doing this. Knee comes forward. I want you to think butt goes back. Think, stick your butt back. Don't let that knee come forward. Yes, like that. Yeah. About 30 seconds, gang. And once you get that motion down, it's hard to, right? And basically, it's just that you have that area to practice the same. And so you are going to have some weakness there. And so we need to get the muscle that's underneath of that muscle, which is where we think about core stiff-like versus dominance. So that's a great thing for you to practice right when you wake up, or you go to bed. Put your hand in that spot. That will make sense. Take exhale, pull in. Real deep pull and exhale, and then inhale, pull out. You do it right, you're going to feel a lot of muscles in this area. Well, it's just here to call the floor is awesome. All right, gang, that is time. Tiny time. Resty rest. 2 minutes rest. Finish whatever you're doing. For the finisher, we do not need any weights. Except the weight of your despair. We don't need a band. We need a band, we don't need weights. We need a thin band, thin long band. Okay. Down. Finisher. 100 reps. 100 reps, that's it. Oh, week 1. That's right, week 1, easy. So, first movement's gonna be pull aparts. I'm gonna grab all the way out on my long band. I'm gonna make one loop, make one loop. That will typically be most of your starting positions. Some of you might be able to do an extra loop. Some of you might have to do one loop less, okay? But generally speaking, a loop on each side will be pretty good for most of you. I'm gonna hold the band so that the band is roughly in line with my KBR logo, okay? I'm going to focus on squeezing my shoulder blades back together. That's the most important thing. Is that the band comes towards me because I squeeze my shoulder blades back together, not because I pull the band apart. So we're going to do 25 of those. Then we're going to do 25 in and outs. Little baby hop out, back in, little baby hop out, back in. Then we're going to do 25 pull apart rows, which essentially is the same thing, but instead of just pulling my shoulder blades up together, I'm going to actually throw in a row. So I pull my shoulder blades back and I bend my elbows. For this one, a lot of you are going to have to maybe even go another choke in, maybe even 2 chokes in. So it's a pull apart, but I bend my elbows as I do it. And the last jump, or the last 25, to the ground touch jump squats, touch the ground, baby hop. 25 pull aparts, 25 in and outs, 25 pull apart rows, 25 ground touch jump squats, 3, 2, 1, go. You got 3 minutes to get this shit done. Time limit. For the pull aparts, band should be approximately nipple line, diaphragm level, about KDR Fitness logo. Right for you, believe. After you get your 25 pull aparts, you got in and outs. 25. Little pause on the out. Fast touch on the in. For the out, I want you to think butt back. Vertical shins, light touch, butt back, vertical shins. 25 of those. Then we're going to go into our pull apart rows. And that is a pull apart with an elbow bend and taking it into a row. I want you guys focusing on feeling it in between your shoulder blades for that. "25 pull apart rows are next." What's that? Same idea, except when you get to about here, you're going to bend the elbows. Focus on everything, right? Most important. What happens? Take care about how much tension you create between these shoulder blades. So we got our 25 pull apart rows, and then our last one is our ground touch jump squats. For the ground touch jump squats, sort of in now. Feet about shoulder width. Reach down, light touch. Make sure you bend your knees. Don't bend forward like this. Bend the knees to touch. Even better if you can keep head and chest up. And then into a jump. And you got 10 seconds. If you got all of these done, if you got these 100 reps done, fantastic. If you didn't get the 100 reps done, that's okay. Not a bad person. You're a little bit slow. That was your warm-up, Stephen. Warm-up done, gang. 2-minute rest. All right, guys, that is time. You're done. Margaret, virtual high fives. Great job. Davio's virtual high five.
3 different 5.
Good job, guys. You guys have a great night.
You too.